All right, we're going live tonight for the Wild Women with Wine show. I'm waiting for Karen to join me. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. So if you're on Facebook, I put the links to Instagram in there. If you want to see Karen and I both, come over to Instagram and you can check in with us and see what's going on tonight. I'm waiting for Karen to join me and just to kind of do a little check-in here. We had to do a quickie last week, and so because I was in Jamaica, and I see Erica just popped in. So we had an amazing week in Jamaica. Yeah, all back from Hito. Got a little tan, not too much. My boobs are peeling though. Go figure, huh? My body hadn't seen that much sun in a while, so it always feels good. Thank you, Kevin. Hi.
Hello.
This is my first drink since coming back from Jamaica. I had to give my liver a detox.
Oh my God. Okay, what has it been? It's been 2 days?
Oh, we got back Saturday. So
okay.
Yeah.
Congrats. You're probably get really buzzed now.
Yeah, really. I'll be easy. Again.
Cheers to everyone joining us.
We don't drink a ton there, but you drink through the day, you know, so like in the afternoon, you'll have a couple of beers or a dirty banana or some, tequila sunrise or something like that. And
what's a dirty banana?
Oh my gosh, they're so good. It's rum and banana and cream. I think I get cream rum, and they blend them. Oh, they're too good.
It sounds really good.
Yeah, they're really good. Happy Thursday, SHIT. Sure happy it's Thursday.
Look at you.
Oh, and coffee liqueur. Erica says they put coffee liqueur in there. So
oh, yum.
Yum. They're very tasty. You can't have too many. They're rich, but they're so good. On the beach when you're naked and it's just heaven. So
it sure is heaven. I haven't been on a beach in who knows how long. Anyway, hi to everyone on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm live with Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce here, who just got back from her little jaunt in hedonism. And we're here live with you guys because we love you.
That's right. And we did a little live. Did anybody see the live we did last week?
We did a live while she was there.
Website. Yeah. So you can see it. You can see it on Karen's Instagram, and we've got all kinds of places. So first, I just want to say we got our Instagram back.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, we were hacked.
Yeah. And
I, of course, thought, well, if you're hacked, that means it's something worth hacking. So I take it as a compliment.
Right. Yeah, somebody tried to steal our account. They went in, they changed the name, they changed everything except for weren't able to change all the things that I had put into it in case something happened to it. So I was able to go in and push enough buttons on their account to say I need to reset my password, and it still was attached to my email and my phone number. So I was able to change the password, change the name, and then do the two-step authentication and block those motherfuckers out of there.
Oh my God, listen to this. Yeah, just so you guys know on YouTube, what she's talking about is our Instagram account was hacked. And it was something like Hippo or something. I don't know what it was, but I always think of it as, well, that means that it was something worth hacking. So what are you going to do? You love Wild Women with Wine? Then you must love us. Congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah, the best form of flattery is mimicry. Didn't I tell you that today? The best form of flattery is mimicry.
You did. But I think that's bullshit, because it gave me a whole two days of extra work to deal with this.
Yeah, I know. It's flattery, and it's also pain in the ass. But it has happened to me before. So anyway, we're all doing okay. Thank you for asking. Where did the word cougar come from? The concept has been around since back in the day of Cleopatra. I think that it came more into vogue, if you will,
Thank you.
with Cougar Town and with Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore. And when I reinvented the name to be a confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and amazing woman.
Yeah. So yeah.
Is somebody making noise in your home?
It's outside.
Oh.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go have to yell at them, I think. So
they decided it's a good time to mow the lawn.
Yeah, well, blow. They're blowing. They're giving me a blow job out there.
You got a blow job out there?
Yeah.
I don't know where I found her. She's just she's so spicy. Anyways, we didn't really have a chance to go over what today's agenda was going to be, except it was.
So read Erica's little note here.
Okay, Erica. Erica is where? Is it all the way down below?
Yeah,
is it up above?
It's the Erica Lemke. A little red background with her cute face.
Okay. There we go. Hito was a life-changing experience. She and her husband led my husband and I through a week-long journey of tantric yoga therapy and their Kama Sutra intimacy oasis. Whoa! What a wonderful tribute to you. Did you have fun with Erica?
She's so sweet. She and her husband were so much fun. Oh my God, really awesome people. And Erica has written a book called Feel Sexy Again. So I think I was telling you about it before. And she's just, she's just come into her own, and she's interested in being a sexologist. And her enthusiasm is contagious, and very, very sex positive and engaged and curious. So she's going to make an awesome sexologist for sure.
Yay.
Yeah. We need more. Can't have enough.
Wait, why is everybody asked how I'm doing? Everybody's saying, how are you doing?
You're doing great.
I'm doing great.
I had my second shot yesterday.
How are you feeling?
Like shit.
Oh,
I didn't.
Yeah, that's what happened to me the second time. I felt like achy, weird, and just off.
I'm on Tylenol right now, so I feel pretty good. But
that's what I did. I just kept taking Tylenol.
Before I took the last dose, I was like, God, my ribs hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm happy. I'm happy.
Have anybody on this live stream been vaccinated? Because it does freak you out, but it's a good thing because you do feel a little more protected than running around amok,
Right.
But yeah, I hope you feel better. You will. You'll feel totally better.
I will.
But I was wondering,
excited to have it done.
The term sexology sounds pretty awesome, says Polly.
It is.
Yeah, the study of sex.
I recommend people Google it because the study of sexology really covers all of the ologies. Pathology, physiology, psychology, sociology, anthropology, anatomy, physiology. I mean, it covers the gamut of ologies.
If we did not have sex, we would not be here.
Right. So, and it's also understanding the mind
of
sex.
You completely froze. You froze right at the end when I said that. You're like, whoa. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Let's see.
Everybody here on YouTube, how you guys doing? Or where am I? No, I'm on Facebook.
Someone said make sure you use a VPN so you don't get hacked again, and change your emails completely. I don't know what a VPN is, but I'll be open to using it.
Yeah, I mean,
very personal network, very private network.
I did the two-step verification or whatever authentication. So hopefully that. I mean, it's not that interesting of an account yet. It doesn't have that many followers. They're just using it to spam people. So
I think we're pretty interesting.
That's true, but it doesn't have like massive amounts of numbers that they can get a lot out of, right?
So anyway, if you guys have any questions for us, we are open to answering them. Otherwise, we can play games. We can play Mom Don't Ask That. which is what I usually play on my podcast. And when you pick out a little card and it's something that you normally wouldn't be asked by your mother. We have lots of activities.
That would be fun.
Yes,
And
it's
I asked an interesting question on my Facebook today about how do you behave when you're not getting the sex you believe you deserve? Do you act out? Do you lash out? Do you pout? How do you handle it? And it was very cool how honest people were about their behavior when they don't get what they want. And so we've had some, gentle conversations about the idea of entitlement to have sex and where that comes from and how it can lead to actually the destruction of relationships, not the building of them. So it was an interesting conversation, but I had to kind of tiptoe gently because people were really confessing, yeah, I'm an asshole. Yeah, I pout. I mean, it was really kind of fun.
Yeah.
How do you act when you're not getting enough sex, Karen?
I'm actually like, I feel like sex is not just being with like my partner. It's also like being sexual with myself. So if my partner's not into sex, that's okay because I can always just please myself. Believe me, I have an assortment of vibrators that you'd never need a man again if you had them.
This is true.
I have the gamut. But yeah, I don't really feel like it's ever been a problem for me if it got to be a point where I felt like I was on I was not attractive to my partner, then I would have to talk about that. If that's the reason, or if it's just, it might be somebody, maybe it just might be that something is within my partner that they're not in a sexual mood, which especially during times like this, it easily can happen. So, well, do you have any other suggestions or anything that you've done?
That's a big part of what I do in my practice is help people not make it about them if their partner doesn't want to have sex and to take matters into their own hands. You can be your best lover. And so the more you play with yourself, the more you explore, then when you are with a partner, you're going to have that much more fun. So when we put all of that responsibility on another person, I think it's a burden because if they just don't feel like it, or they're not in the mood, or they're mad at us, or whatever reason, they shouldn't have to do anything with their body that they aren't desiring to do, and vice versa. So,
and people have different libidos, and at different times in their life, they have different libidos. I mean, sometimes I'm this, which is backwards. Backwards. Can you read what that says? World's horniest mom. Okay. I got this from Daniel Tosh. Sometimes I'm that, and sometimes I'm not. So it just really depends. I mean, are you always horny? Oh, who am I talking to?
I mean, I'm not always horny. I get tired too.
Is anybody here always horny? I'd like to know. And I'd also like to know what you do if you're in the mood and your partner's not, or they're in the mood and you're not. What do you guys do? I mean, do you talk about it, or do you just walk around and pout, or go find someone to fuck outside of your marriage or relationship? Or what do you do? Yeah. Bryson takes it, I don't feel entitled, but it makes me think women don't like me. And I think you're taking that personally. And don't take anything personally because it's part of the 4 agreements.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if we knew how little people thought of us, we wouldn't worry about it.
I called you the other day to ask you what that was. What was that statement again?
Yeah. If you knew how little people thought about you, you wouldn't worry about what they thought. Right. Yeah.
Really, nobody gives a shit about you. But I don't know if that was the quote.
I think it's more that people are much more worried about themselves than they are you. And that's the human nature. We live in this little solo container here. Our mind is, we're very individual. So we're always thinking the world, how am I perceived? We can't know how another person is perceived. So,
and also it's like you're thinking you're the sun and everybody's revolving around you, when in fact, you're not the sun. People are thinking each person might think they're their own sun, but you can't believe
You're
that
just a star.
I'm just a
You're
little
stardust.
star. I mean, for example, we're trying to get my my podcast animation bought by a network, and we're sitting there like every day, like, how come no network has called us? Well, we're probably not the center of their thoughts. We're probably not the only pitch that they've gotten. I mean, they probably got other pitches, and it may take some time before they get to ours, and I have to understand that. So
Yeah.
I don't think
I think that's, we always, we have to remember that everybody is very chaotic in their own lives, and whether and not everybody is going to be attracted to you in the same way.
right.
You just need to find one. That's all. Just
That's
one.
all it is. It takes one person, one star, one network.
Yeah, that's it.
One vibrator.
It's like it takes one sperm to make a baby.
That's right. Unless you're making twins. So what are you drinking there today?
I'm having some Meomi and sparkling water.
You like that Meomi? I got my F. Stephen Miller, which is a naked wine. Oh, the other day, unbelievable. Yeah. I tried a wine, and I even I talked about it, I think on my TikTok or Instagram or something. I tried a wine.
I saw that.
$150 a glass. Would I ever pay $150? It did not give me an orgasm. It did not give me an orgasm.
Not with.
But
did it do the dishes?
It was very tasty. I don't think that anything is worth $150 a glass, unless I was drinking like liquid gold or something. But it was. I didn't obviously pay for it, so it didn't. I don't know. I just reaped the benefits of someone who was a wine connoisseur in my building. And they gave me a glass, but that was some damn good wine. It was good. Yeah. It was good. It was smooth. What do you think about wine, guys? Laugh now about the vibrators. Don't cry when sex bots replace y'all. Oh, come on there. I don't think sex bots are ever going to replace the real thing. No. At least I would not replace my lover with a sex bot.
No, but it's a great alternative to people that don't have alternatives.
Right. If you don't have anything that's doing it for you, why not? You try to flirt with your girlfriend when you're in the mood. Okay, so someone named Zero said he tries to flirt.
Somebody just cast me up on their 70-inch television. That just scares me. I don't even want to see.
You got cast up?
What was cast up?
Oh, cool. I don't know if I like that. That's a little too close for comfort.
Yeah. Sit way across the room.
Yeah. Do you have the filter on? I have a Zoom filter on mine. On my Zoom, they have a filter. I love it. I have never heard of a white wine that was aged in tequila barrels. Very strong. I don't know what you're talking about either, but okay.
He went to a wine tasting class last week about California wine
tasting. I love wine tasting. That is, by the way, for anybody who's looking to meet a partner, I suggest when COVID is over, that you guys go to wine tastings, because I think you can meet someone and get nice and relaxed and lubricated up, and it'd be a great place to meet someone who has something in common with you. Wow, thank you, David.
I always tend to buy way too much wine.
When you're going to wine tasting, I'm always absolutely. Every time I go to a wine tasting, I walk out with all these bottles of wine, which probably are like half the price at the local wine store. Sicilian wine is killing it lately. Ooh, really? I've never really been a fan of Italian wine, but I would try that.
I love.
Thank you again, David.
We drank our way through Italy, and Mark is not a wine drinker, but we loved it, and I never got a headache, not one headache from it, and I always get a headache from wine. Not one. So
yeah, I think that when I was dating a guy, he turned me on to wine, and that was like the first time I really got into it, other than drinking whatever was put in front of me. So when he turned me on to this wine, he said, you have to drink, for every glass of wine, you have to drink a glass of water. That's the way to avoid the headaches. There you go. And you got the vaccine. Oh my God.
And I got the vaccine.
Oh my God. She's a wild woman with wine right now.
So I want to address somebody in the comments said that I'm 25. I don't need the vaccine. That is not true.
Seriously.
That is not
Who
true.
said this?
That is not true.
I also did a video about that. That's saying I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I'm 25.
Right.
I only care about me.
You can still carry it. You can still get it. You can still carry it. And you can still give it to people who are vulnerable. It's going to take the masses to get this vaccine, to get this thing under control so that we don't go on like this for the next several years. Could be 7 years like this if people don't get enough vaccines.
Yeah. So whoever that 25-year-old, stop being self-centered.
Yeah. Do your homework. It's just a little tiny prick. You know what that is.
A prick?
A little tiny prick.
I mean, both Nancy and I have had our vaccines. We're all like ready to rock and roll, except we have to still walk around with masks and be protected because we can probably transfer to other people. So that is why we care more about other people than ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would feel so horrible if I gave it to you or gave it to my grandkids or somebody
and something happened and a person, and then you find out that like Nick Cordero, these people that were phenomenal, young people that died. All right, let's lighten up the mood. Let's lighten up the mood. Okay. We're not going there. We're going to talk about
be responsible. Wear a condom, get a vaccine. There we go.
Wear a mask, a condom, get a vaccine, and you'll get the stamp of approval by both of us. We will send you digital pictures, signed digital pictures if you get a vaccine. Here I go again.
There's no way I would have gone to Jamaica if I hadn't had it. I would have been way too nervous. Yeah.
No.
And I don't have any underlying health concerns, and I don't meet the age requirement for getting it, but I really feel like it's my duty as a human. Yeah.
Enjoy your wine and cat piss feminist women? What the hell? Thank you for your comment there. Cat piss. Maybe I can't see what it's saying.
Hi, Tina.
Black Order is asking me if the vaccine can cure COVID and does it 100% prevent you from getting COVID? And of course, it's 95% efficacy after your second shot in right now without those other variants. So in terms
it's not a cure.
It's not
there is no
cure. It's not going to be a cure because it keeps mutating like any other thing. Does it prevent you from getting COVID?
But it can't cure it. It's not a cure.
It's not.
What was that?
He was asking if it would prevent you from getting COVID.
That's the point.
That's the idea. Right now, of course, if these variants somehow sneak in and sneak their sneaky little ways and make the vaccine, ineffective, then we have to talk. But right now, as of now, it's supposed to help. So I hope that answers your question.
So far, the vaccine is doing well with all the mutations. So, they're always worried about that with mutant viruses. But this particular, like the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine, what's so cool about these is that they can very quickly change the recipe to match the new strain. Yeah.
It's so cool. I love science. I love it. Do you guys love science too? I just love the fact that it's so exciting that they can do. And that they can do it so quickly because, in the past, it takes years before they can get a vaccine, and they were able to get this very quickly. So this is pretty cool. So anyway, I'm going to go get my little magic hat, and we're going to play some games.
Okay, go get it. All right. So I know, Tina, Canada doesn't have it yet. That's so sad, or they're not getting enough people out. So we got to get these other countries. Jamaica, same thing. We've got to get these other countries vaccinated.
Yeah.
They're dying,
Paulie's saying Moderna is basically in his backyard in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Oh, very cool.
Is that near Harvard? I'm imagining. So we have some that are more like tips and advice, and we have some more that are more like, what are your personal experiences? What would you rather answer?
Well, let's do one of each.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And do I reserve the right to plead the fifth?
Yes, of course. This kind of like is a mixture of both. So I'm not sure where this belongs, but what's the worst sex advice you were ever given?
The worst sex advice.
You guys at home, think about this.
What's the worst sex advice you were ever given?
What's the worst sex advice you've ever been given? Have you been given any bad sex advice?
I was told when I was a teenager that girls needed to just lay there and get themselves ready so he could just put it in.
That is horrible advice.
That's kind of what I even thought that then. Like, no, that doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't sound fun at all. Have you guys, I'd love to know, you guys that are on YouTube and Instagram, have you ever been given any bad sex advice, and what was it, and what did you do about it? Oh, here, probably masturbate before sex to last longer. You thought that was a bad advice? Why was it bad? Well, it doesn't seem like that would be a bad thing. Actually, I was told by people that it's actually a good thing to masturbate if you come too quickly.
Yes, it is. So Tina says for her advice was to that if she was on top, she couldn't get pregnant.
Oh,
gravity.
That is.
There's a lot of babies out there because of that advice.
That would be very bad advice. Brady says my worst sex advice was that no meant yes. Truthful statement. Oh man.
No.
That, you know what? And I think that especially my generation, our generation, that was true. That a lot of times, you know, if I was taught the same thing, that, you know, sometimes if you say, you know, no, you really mean yes. I think that was like our generation way of thinking. It is not that way anymore. Thank the Lord. Right? Anybody else?
Tina's response is, haha, yep, I got pregnant.
Oh, did she get pregnant? Oh my God, Tina. Wait, Keith is saying, don't worry about size. Women don't care. You're thinking that's bad sex advice?
That's good sex advice.
I actually think that's very accurate sex advice.
Yeah.
Karen, do you offer one-on-one consultations? Joe, go to my website, KarenleePoter.com. Email says, I guess for a small percentage of people who ejaculate prematurely, if you last a bare minimum and just want to up your game, it's definitely going to affect your libido. Okay, that's why we encourage you that if you are one of those quick comers, to masturbate first for a date.
Yeah,
and you won't,
and masturbate with purpose to extend and learn how to edge so that you don't ejaculate right away.
Good call.
Yeah,
very good call.
Don't do the 3-minute ejaculation if you're masturbating, because that just teaches you to come in that quicker time.
A lot of people masturbate to porn,
yeah,
and they get off really fast, and then they wonder why they come so quickly. That's why.
Right.
You're teaching your body to come as quickly as possible. And I've actually heard back in the caveman days that biologically speaking, we, especially men, were taught or had to go fast, because if they're having sex, they could be vulnerable to predators. So they would go as fast as they could to come to procreate, so that they can get out of there quickly. So that was kind of like in our genes to be like that.
Well, I don't know.
You heard that.
It's not in our genes, because women were pretty bitchy. It's like, she's not going to be having fun with that one.
Did you ever read The Clan of the Cave Bear? That was such a great horny book.
Yeah.
I love that by Jane Auld. Do you guys have any favorite books that you read that really got you off sexually? Besides like Nancy Friday's, My Secret Garden and Forbidden Flowers. Those are my other two go-to books.
Oh, Here's some more bad advice. That if sex was hurting her for some reason, that it was because she was doing it wrong.
Oh my God. Oh,
that makes me
here's
so
another
sad.
more bad advice is if you have to use lube, there's something wrong with you. That's
Right.
very bad advice.
Right. Okay. Erica says the
Love your
story of
eye.
O and Emmanuel. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, right. The story of O. Thank you for the compliment on my eye. Which eye do you love?
I love
Is
your
it this
eye.
Not often I get compliment on one of my eyes. I jerked off on Molly for 15 hours straight last night, and today I came in like 30 times. Holy shit, Grandmaster UV. I don't know what's going on there, but
I hope
you
he's
are
using a lot
a
of
modern day
lube.
miracle. I don't know what, I mean, I actually never took Molly, but I have done something similar to that, and I don't remember ever having had that kind of experience. What else will help premature ejaculation besides that? Any treatments? Oh, there's a lot out there, Joe. For one thing, there's a something called promescent that you can put on your dick. We used to sponsor them. Some people say it works. I don't know. You could try the different numbing agents that will like make you last longer. Any other suggestions that you have?
I mean, I think it's more of a practice and learning how to manage your body. It's like anything. You don't, when you get on a bike, you have to learn how to ride a bike. And with masturbation, a lot of people learn it at a very early age to be quick because they're hiding and they're shamed. And so they have to be quick to get it done. And then they teach themselves to not bask in the pleasure and not learn how to edge. You know, your masturbation should be about 20 to 30 minutes of pleasing yourself, just playing and exploring. What are the sensations? What are you feeling? What is your breath doing? What's your fantasy?
Joe, maybe a good idea would be not to watch porn and try masturbating without it. Try doing it without it. Just
turn off the porn.
Let's see. This happens to me when I masturbate to porn. And pictures of sexy women make me come too quickly, and I don't shoot big loads like I used to when I was younger. I shoot less, and it's okay if you don't shoot as big a loads, by the way. I mean, women don't give a shit about that. At least I would not care at all. As a matter of fact, I'd say less cleanup.
That's porn. That's porn teaching them that.
Porn is telling you that women want to be, yeah. Size of the load doesn't. I just saw some woman in her 60s on TikTok, and she was talking about how earth-shattering news. When men and women are together, women don't care if it doesn't last more than 5 or 10 minutes. They don't want necessarily a 45-minute straight up sex section intercourse. For that's another porn thing.
Intercourse. I think
intercourse
should last 24 hours.
Oh, we know that.
Intercourse can be in short bouts so that you don't get sore and you look forward to it. You crave it. A guy just puts his dick in and pounds away for 40 minutes. She's not having a good time. I can guarantee you what the sounds she's making are either pain, boredom, or just she's going to do what she's got to do to get you over with.
Yeah, she's counting sheep. I don't know what she's doing.
Right.
Put
something in your. I tell men, put something in your butt and move it in and out for 40 minutes.
See how much you like it.
Tell me how exciting that is for you.
That does not sound fun. You should have seen the fleshlight. Oh, the fleshlight for hours and hours. That's another thing. Fleshlights are not. They again are. You can do that to a fleshlight, but don't do that to a human being. You got to give it up whenever your man asks for it. Otherwise, he'll stray. Good old toxic monogamy. Oh, Megan, you're giving another worse sex advice that you were given. Yeah, you don't have to give it up at all. Okay, there's no such thing as giving it up. Don't ever do anything that doesn't make you 100% say hell yeah.
Well, Megan, go to my Facebook, Nan Pierce, and check out the conversation that I have going there about how do you behave when you don't get what you think you should have sexually. What's
she's saying
happening
that
to
this
both
was a bad. She was talking about this was bad. This is the worst sex advice she's ever given.
I know, but a lot of people are given that advice, and they're still living by it. Right.
Yeah, Joe, you can fix this. What you gotta really do is just, really work it and practice with your penis. Practice with your penis. Let's see. Oh, liaison dangereuse. Can't pronounce it. My French has gone downhill, especially with this wine. Is a great old French novel about eroticism and how it used as a means to get to an end, turning seduction into a game.
Ooh. Here's somebody that probably should be blocked. This Yes 7614 is telling us to remove our clothes.
Stop it, Yes 7614, or you will be disciplined.
Yep. Bye-bye.
You will be disciplined. What are some of the best ways to deal with rejection? Brady would like to know. My feeling is whenever you're, and this could be about work, it could be about anything. If somebody rejects me, I'll say to myself, that's his loss or that's her loss. Because I have so much confidence in myself that I have to believe that if I'm getting rejected, it's because that person has bad taste. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think if somebody rejects me, it's because we're not a good match for whatever reason. And I certainly wouldn't want somebody to pretend to like me. So that rejection is really just hey, if you're not my cup of tea, it's cool. Go move on. There's lots of other people in the world. Right. If you try to make somebody like you, if you try to change yourself to be likable, you try to do what you think they want you to do, it's not going to work ever.
Ross is saying no one would ever reject you guys, but yeah, I mean, it's like Nancy's saying, it just may not be a good fit. It doesn't necessarily mean that one person is, I personally think if they reject me, they've got bad taste. I'm just kidding. But
I mean, I'm a lot of work, so I mean, I've found one man that can handle me.
Yeah. Here, you go ask my boyfriend how easy it is. Not so easy.
I'm a lot of work.
Okay, we're talking, do women like men that last all night long? No, they like someone maybe they have fun with them all night long, but not necessarily straight up pounding all night long, if that's what you're asking.
Quality over quantity.
I'm a firm believer. I always make my sex an event. It's got to be an event. I mean, there have been times in my life where I'm like, yeah, let's just get it over with. But most of the time, if I'm having sex, I've got the candles out, I got the music going, I got an ambiance thing going on.
I've got so good when all the senses are turned on.
Yeah, I got the vibrators out, I got everything. It's an event. That's the way it should be. And if you can get that going with your partner, man or woman, whatever, you will get them coming back for more. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Leave them with a memory.
I bet you do. What is the best sex toy for the bedroom? Okay, so Assad, that's a tough question because there are so many different sex toys for men and women. And it really, we'd have to dive into this. We would have another entire episode about what's the best sex toy.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones out there. I'm a big promoter of them.
You are.
And by the way, in the past, another was, something wrong, you have to get off with a vibrator. There's nothing wrong with you if that's how you get off. That's just how you get off.
Yeah, there's so many myths about that you'll become dependent on the vibrator. You'll become it's like no bullshit. Yeah, most women do not orgasm with just pure penis and vagina penetration.
Yeah, that's another bad sex. That's another bad sex advice. That you're going to have an orgasm from just penetration is bad sex advice. There's a lot of bad sex advice out there.
There is a lot of bad sex advice. So was there another question that we were going to ask in our last quarter here? Okay.
Okay. I got lots of good questions here. All right. This is going to be a good one for you.
Uh-oh.
It's called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Where is the wildest place you've ever had sex? I can't wait to hear what everybody has to say about this.
I gave a blowjob on an airplane in the seat.
I got a hand job in the airplane in the seat.
All right, that's easy. Just put a blanket over you. But when your head's down.
Because anybody else, can anybody top Nancy on that one? We're asking where the wildest places that you've ever had sex. And she said she gave a blowjob, not a hand job, a blowjob. I'm only a handy girl. Blowjob on a plane. Were you in first class or coach?
Coach.
Coach. He was in coach. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to. So she's in coach. Yeah. Put me in, coach. Okay, so let's just like envision. You're in coach. You're in row. Were you in a middle seat, aisle seat? Where exactly were you sitting?
I was in the middle.
Middle seat. The person was to your left or your right?
The recipient was by the window.
And was there anybody to your right? Yes, there was somebody to the right of you.
To
was
the other
person
side.
Like pretending to sleep and totally awake.
That was before I knew you could get arrested for that.
You can get arrested for that.
Yeah.
Wait, Brady had sex in a church confessional. I think he could have possibly beat you there. Now, still the airplane, because the person sitting next to you could have actually been like, I'm sure, was a man or a woman sitting next to you? What was going on? I'm concerned about the person.
It was a man.
The guy sitting next to you, and you're over there, and you're just on the ground. What, were you like just bent over on the side? What was going on there?
I was just kind of sleeping in his lap.
Oh, you were sleeping in his lap. Was there at least a blanket? No blanket. What's sort of? There's a blanket. It was an airplane blanket? You can imagine how gross these airplane blankets are. I will never use those again. I mean, seriously. And how long did this last?
Oh, I made it last a long time.
Oh my God.
I'm not a quickie. I like to torture him a little.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You're blushing.
All right. There are some people that are swallow what they'd like to know. Erica said she's on the train tracks in the middle of the day, standing up, college boyfriend, super hot, being potentially exposed. I know. I love that. I once had sex in front of the Treasury building in Washington, D.C.
Wow. How did you do that?
I was in a hotel, and the windows, the drapes are open. And there's the Treasury building, and here I was in the hotel.
There's probably a video somewhere.
Yes. It's right up there with Hillary Clinton's emails. It's, there's a video.
All the surveillance cameras around there.
Yeah, well, compared to, I'm sure that was probably not the first time that this was happening. But, all right, anyway.
Oh, boy. Gosh. So Erica just says, giving oral sex on a floaty in front of many beachgoers, a very recent experience.
Okay, I'm guessing that happened at Hilo. I'm guessing that this happened at Hilo.
Okay, it's getting hot in here.
She's getting hot? Yeah.
Oh, I think now I'm blushing.
Okay.
That was a fun night.
Brady would like to know if you were you ascending or starting your descent when the plane was going up or down?
High altitude. That was the
you were in a stable position. Can you imagine if you had a lot of turbulence going on? I'm assuming that you
made
did
my
not.
job easier.
Yeah, right. If you had the turbulence going on, you just have to stand there. You just sit there. You know, like, you wouldn't have to move. It does all the work for you.
We're so bad.
Are you guys following what was going on here?
That's so funny.
This is a very complicated question here. What would be an adequate and appropriate type of foreplay in order to set aside any presupposed objectification and set a genuinely enamored and loving mood, especially with cougars? Again, email.
Be authentic.
Be authentic.
Don't try to be something.
Yeah, I think you just have to be yourself and see where the mood takes you, and don't worry about if it's an older woman or a younger woman. It doesn't really matter. Just be yourself and have fun.
I got a whole court for a second. Here's the thing. If you're pretending to be something to get somebody's attention, and you're trying to manipulate them, that's a toxic, manipulative behavior that will only get you sadness and rejection. Stop trying to be something you're not. Just be yourself and find people that like you for who you are.
Well, he was just asking about appropriate types of foreplay. Like,
whatever
you had a very what? Do
whatever she wants.
Or you just get on an airplane, get yourself a middle seat, put your partner in the window, get some turbulence going, get under a really gross blanket, and don't even look at the person to the right of you.
No, you just ignore them.
You know, and by the way, it could be very dangerous if you were wearing braces at the time there was turbulence.
It could be very dangerous. It's dangerous when you guys
like for play. Wait, what kind of question for? Oh, what do we like for foreplay? I think that was the same kind of question that email was asking over here.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is like it's a dance, and so you experiment. You see what the person that you're with that likes, and
these guys are all looking. These guys are all looking for a one-stop shop recipe. That's just fucking lazy. Get to know the person.
Lazy.
Yeah,
you have to get to know the person, and you have to take your time. And the more that you tease, and the more that you try different stuff,
try something.
Be a good observer.
She doesn't write something else. Yeah, pay attention.
Pay attention to her body language. And I mean, I had interviewed Derek Pierce, a male porn star, and he said, "Stay away from nipple pussy. Just stay away from that. Just do everything else besides that. Really tease the person." I was listening to this going, we're just listening to
what that's exactly what I just taught a hands-on workshop in Jamaica. It was exactly that, how to turn the whole body on and leave the hot spots for last, because the more you ignore them, the more erotic they become.
The more you ignore your hot spots,
it's like,
more erotic.
You know, stratospheric pleasure.
Yeah, I know, and it is frustrating, but that's part of the whole thing. That makes it fun.
For sure.
That's it. Karen, every time I see you, you get more beautiful. Oh, and more younger. Thank you. Do I have a twin sister? No, I don't have a twin sister.
Doggone.
No. Thank you, guys. You guys are sweet. Everybody's very sweet. Okay.
So Erica said, and did that session rev us up to new heights? And she was in that session.
Erica, you could be her spokesperson.
Yeah, she is. She's great. Yeah, it's so fun to have her there.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any crazy ass wild toppers that can top Nancy's blowjob in the airplane? If you do, speak now. What are some of the great books to learn how to be better in bed? Pornhub clearly doesn't work. I'm so happy you said that, because as much as I like porn, it's not education. It's entertainment. And it's also from the perspective most of the time from a guy.
Yeah.
And that's not going to do it for women.
Penis-centric porn leaves women out of the equation. Women's
Penis-centric.
pleasure, women's vulvas, women's clitorises. It leaves their mind, their creativity, their need for safety, all of those important pieces. It just leaves it out.
By the way, email just said, I'll give the airplane thing a go.
Give it a go.
We have now recommended airplane sex to spice up your sex life.
Well, maybe wait a little bit till COVID's over, because they're watching everybody to make sure they got masks on.
I mean, this probably didn't happen during COVID. I'm guessing this did not happen during COVID. But knowing you, Nance, it could have happened a year before.
Well, maybe.
Okay. There is educational porn, but it's few and far between. You're joining us. Danny is joining us for a glass of wine. Cheers. You guys, if you're drinking at home, please drink responsibly. Danny. Please drink responsibly. Please don't drink and drive, but then where are you going?
Really? Where are you going?
Let's see.
Riding my boyfriend while he drove his convertible. Again during the day, my Chico State days. Chico State, yes, that's a party town.
Yes.
That's only 90 minutes from me right now.
I did have sex in an elevator. Sex in an elevator is very scary because the doors keep opening.
And there's always cameras, so I'm always concerned about the cameras.
Well, I don't even know if they had cameras. That was back when I was in college. So who the hell knows if there was cameras then? There might not have.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Tina's thinking you might be able to give a blowjob under the mask. That could be tricky.
By the way, no, Bob Donahue. I don't know any women that you and your friends can get together with and give her a DP and a DVP and a triple penetration. I don't. Sorry, Bob. I'm just fresh out of those women in my life. What the fuck?
You don't have it stored up like in the closet?
I mean, I have a bunch of girls that were saying I would have done the double penetration, but not the triple. Just not the triple. No, they won't do the triple. Double maybe. Sex in a jacuzzi and airplane are on a bucket list. Yeah, is there any place that you guys have on your bucket list that you want to have sex? There's a good question. What's on your bucket list?
Trying to think if there's any place left.
Have you ever climbed Machu Picchu?
Mark has, but I wasn't there, so otherwise we would have consummated it.
I have a friend who has had anal sex. His goal is to have anal sex, him and his partner, in every state in the United States.
Okie dokie.
I was there for a lofty aspiration.
Do they have like one of those maps on the wall?
Yes.
Little pins.
They came to visit us. I'm like, I know why you came to visit us. It's just because you wanted to get to Illinois on the map. It's not because you really want to see us.
It's good to have goals. Good.
Email has a goal of skydiving sex. Wow.
I mean, that would be like two completely exhilarating experiences. So that could be a mind blower.
Now, one of my best friends said that she had sex scuba diving, and I would like to challenge that. I don't think she did. I think it would be way too hard. Because first of all, that wetsuit is hard enough to pull off. It's hard enough to get that thing on.
Don't have wetsuits on. Yeah. Like in Jamaica, you don't scuba with a wetsuit.
Oh, I have to. I get too cold otherwise.
The water's warm there. So Tina says the restaurant bathroom maybe. But, I'm not a big fan of fucking bathrooms.
Me neither. Yeah. No, just the airplanes, not bathrooms.
Especially public bathrooms, yeah.
just public planes. Yeah, just public airplanes. Not
seat. I mean, people don't usually defecate in their seats on a plane.
But they puke. They puke in the seats.
Well, that's true. Sometimes they do, yeah.
Sex underwater. Yeah, see, sex underwater is not that glamorous. Sex in space, says Grandmaster, might be. That would be something really cool.
That would be.
Although you're floating away.
Like, you'd have to attach yourselves to each other. The one I can tell you that is not as glamorous as it looks in the movies is Sex on the Beach.
Right. That sand gets everywhere.
Sand is not your friend.
Those are not your friend.
You're exfoliated in places that you shouldn't ever be exfoliated.
Oh God, you would know, Miss Hito. Guess what?
You got to try it once, twice if you like it, right?
There was a motto I had one time of always trying everything once.
Yeah. Most everything.
I don't even know what that says.
I do have limits.
And what are those?
Come on. Give me a minute. I've actually gotten a lot pickier as I've gotten older. I'm much more
places that you
particular and not as adventurous. I'm much more. I know what I like now, so I want to do more of that.
Yeah. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guess what, guys? Our Instagram is about to, it's going to be over in a few minutes. We just want to say thank you.
Pool sex is great, by the way. Pool sex is great. I like it.
I've skinny dipped before. I have definitely.
Did you have sex in the pool?
Yes, I did, and it was rather erotic.
It is.
I remember the music. I remember the music that was playing in the background. A little Steve Miller.
That was a good scene.
Three quarters of these followers just said, "Who the fuck is Steve Miller?" And that's something you should look up.
You just dated yourself there.
I love him. All right, you guys.
All right.
Thanks for the conversation.
Well,
kudos
so
to your friends.
We have exciting news. In 2 weeks,
We do have
Karen
exciting
and I
news.
will be in the same location.
So all of you guys get to actually
LA
see her. You YouTubers are going to get to see
together.
what Nancy and I look like together, because we always, it's just there's a chemistry that we have that's different.
So Erica says her cheeks hurt. They're sore from laughing. Yay! Yeah, we do
Our
love
mission
the
is
show,
accomplished.
Erica. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Tina and Brian and James and all my friends over here
and all my YouTuber pals over
Facebook.
here. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, Bryson and Danny and whoever's on Instagram that I can't see. And thank you to all who participated in these live streams. And we know that you have other Instagram accounts that you could choose to follow, and we appreciate that you're following us. Nancy, you can find, you want to tell them where they can find you?
Yeah, well, I want to tell you where you can find Karen, because you can find her on Patreon, Patreon.com/Karenlee, right?
Patreon.com/Karenlee. And then if you want to find Nancy, it's Patreon.com/Dr. Nancy.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have many supporters for our work, like this show, what we write, all the things we do. And we're so grateful to our supporters, our sponsors, our patrons for doing that. We send you heart filled with gratitude for all of that.
We do. We appreciate it.
We're busy. Karen's incredibly creative, so support her work.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel the same about you. So we're on every Thursday night, Wild Women with Wine. We drink a lot of wine and we have some wild talks like this one. And we will continue to do that with you guys. And by the way, if you guys have other Don't Ask Mom, Don't Ask That questions, send them to us and we'll put them in the hat with these guys. Because those are fun questions. Anyway, I love you.
All right. Love you. I'll see you next week. Talk to you before that. And then
feel good
on the 11th. Put it on your calendar because we're going to be together. And
I already got it on. It's going to be wild.
Got it on.
Feel good. Feel good. Get some rest.
Yes. Thank you. You too. Much love. Thanks everybody for joining us. Bye.